stripped off his tracksuit quick and sharpish, did Paul Drinkhall, when he heard the call. And this will be interesting. Timo Boll, his opponent. Timo, of course, 12 singles titles on World Tour, Olympic team silver and team bronze. A man who knows his way around pressure situations. Paul, of course, the 6 times English champion, won the World Tour event at the Spanish Open in 2014, and the second English player to do that, and a man who likes to attack at all times. And Timo, well, he likes to launch the ball across the table as well.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup, this one, and I think Paul Drinkhall's game suits here, playing Timo Boll. If you extend the rallies longer, that's when obviously there's the advantage goes back to Timo Boll's side of the table. Paul Drinkhall very good at shortening points, looking to take on bigger flicks, early forehands and backhands to shorten the lengths of the points. So that might suit in this system of play.
Well, Timo Boll, there he is. As you can see, his highest rank was world number 1, and he broke into the world top 10 back in 2002. Paul Drinkhall, well, slightly more modest in terms of the trophies in the cabinet, but a man who was a real prospect for England and still is. And as I know, I know Gavin knows, he practiced with him all last week. A man who likes to attack and doesn't really block.
Yeah, he's looking to take the game to his opponent. One of the best forehand flicks in the world as well. I certainly believe that.
Time.
So we're ready, short warm-up, and now we're ready to play. 24 minutes on the clock. And this will be interesting. Paul Drinkhall yet to get a game under his belt after losing to Carlsen in a game that could have been 2-2 quite easily, but he lost 4-0. And Boll, who battled it out with Samsonov in the first ever game in T2, and ended up 2 games apiece. Just a little bit too fast for Drinkhall to get the return back.
And you feel there, as soon as the rally extends past 7 to 9 shots, that's going back into Timo Boll's favour.
And that's what he needs to do, just push the power, put the pressure on, and he has his nose in front again.
Lovely early timing on the ball from Paul there.
He's done it again as well. What a great start for the Englishman.
That's a really good service there.
Of course, Drinkhall knows all about German players, played in the German leagues, knows Jörg Roskopf well, his team captain. And they know all about the power of Timo Boll as well.
It's amazing there that Timo knows the direction that Paul's going to play. Drinkhall hitting that ball so fast off the bounce, very good at changing the angle of his wrist at the last second, but Boll equal to all of those.
He's hanging in there. Good long serve. Really surprised Timo Boll.
Well, normally you would expect after one long service delivery that the next one would be short, so that was clever there from Paul.
Oh yes, well, he's matching him and then some. Look at that speed of the backhand there.
And Drinkhall is not going to win this game by blocking. He has to be taking the game to Boll.
Oh, that was the right idea. It was the right idea, and it didn't miss by much. Yeah, it was there to be hit, and he missed. Maybe annoyed with himself, poor Drinkhall. And the level. Clever play by Boll, just working the ball around.
It was a clever little flick if you're not playing someone top 10 in the world, because they would have dropped their racket there and been confused with that little short flick. Of course, Boll, he's been there, he's done that, he's seen all these sort of shots, he's equal to that.
Nope, flies landed on the leg of poor Drinkhall. Good defence, did well to get across there. He was wrong-footed, but got a decent return in.
8-6.
That was a very fortunate net caught it, crawled over the net.
A little bit fortunate, but if you read a serve and you take it as early as that, you'd be amazed at how many times you can clip the net and it goes over.
Oh, what a forehand that was. Oh, excellent work from Drinkhall. Couldn't place it much better than there. And he's done it again. Wow, 4 game points. That was almost on the edge, wasn't it? Just bounced away.
Next, 6-10.
Oh, he hung in, and he takes his first T2 game and the first game of this match.
This is what it's all about, and this is what Paul Drinkhall's capable of. People have said this for years, how talented this guy is, and he's showing it right out here today in this T2 arena.
Well, the game went a bit better than the high five, and you won't worry about that too much. Still a fair amount of time on the clock as well.
Players, time.
Boll, of course, started this T2 tournament with a great match against Samsonov, Team JJ, 2 games apiece. Can Drinkhall keep this momentum going? He's certainly got the shouts going.
Get vocal. The first 2 or 3 points in any set in this format, critical.
Oh, he didn't find his range this time. Better from Boll.
And if we notice here, a slight tactical change, Boll has just crept another half a metre closer to the table for this set.
1-2.
Still hanging in there though. Always a different dynamic, of course. We've got left v right as well. Well, an apology there. I think it took a bit of the net, but goodness me, what a shot.
How crazy a shot that was. To see that, and then the way that he's able to just adjust his wrist to rip round the left-hand side of the ball.
And it's not the first time he's done it in this match either. There's a 2-point cushion here. Know each other well, captain and player, and more than happy to listen to the captain's advice.
2-4.
Great shot. That's the class of Boll showing through.
And Boll here Obviously with Drinkhall playing so well, he's not to panic. Just keep going with the way that he plays.
4-all.
It's interesting when you looked at the rankings at the beginning of this session. Boll, I think, down in 6th because, of course, only won the 2 games despite the great game. And Drinkhall, well, at the bottom of the pile after that unfortunate 4-0 loss, but he's better than that, that's for sure.
5-4.
And there's proof of it.
Sometimes you're just unlucky with who you're drawn against as well. I'm sure if Boll didn't play Samsonov yesterday, he could have won 4 games.
Blame the skipper.
5-all.
This might be a bit tighter. That was an excellent forehand. As you say, Gavin, getting into the German as quickly as he can, just not letting him settle at all.
See, Drinkhall yesterday looked sluggish, he looked slow, he was playing backhands on the middle of the table. Now, when he has the opportunity, he's looking to pivot, he's looking to turn and get that strong forehand in.
If he can nick this game,
7-5.
even if he loses the next one, I reckon it might well be a short game, or perhaps a kill zone game. He's got every chance with just a few points. There goes the fly again. Actually, the fly was on the top of the net during that point. It's something that both of these players got to take in their stride. That's long. Back to even Stevens here in the second game.
And sometimes tactically, Boll, one of the spinniest players in the world, when he spins up to someone's backhand, they can neutralise that quite well. When he spins out to their forehand, they've got to do a little bit more with that.
Yes, fighting fire with fire.
But again there, I think that that's the wrong position to spin that first ball up. It's right onto Drinkhall's racket where he can just cushion the blow there.
He's done it again. Goodness me. What a shot that was. Didn't die wondering, does he? That was so short over the net as well.
It's one of those uglier little points that Timo Boll can have, and I think that's an early timeout there from the Rossi camp.
Yeah, I think it just worried a little bit perhaps about momentum, and that was, you know, from Drinkhall's point of view, from the sublime to the ridiculous, wasn't it? Just caught it on the edge of the bat, and it never looks good.
And you don't expect Drinkhall to win in the short exchanges. So maybe here, big Rossi, who's stepped up there in a smart suit, probably looking to say, look, let's serve long, let's get into the big fast hit-to-hit rallies. That's where it's going to suit you.
He does look very sharp, doesn't he? Should be behind the bar at Cheers, by my reckoning.
So in we come again. This is a huge point for both players.
You see what he's trying to do.
But that ball kicked like a mule. Just before he hit it, you could see that jump right off the table.
Yeah, not much you can do. You're already committed to the shot. You've already sighted what you're going to do.
9-all.
9-all. Ball has to serve as well. reproduce that backhand, Drinkhall, and so from being ahead throughout most of this game, he has to defend a game point. Remember, if he gets it to 10-10, then it's the next point wins. Can't do it. Another air shot. And Boll comes back and levels things up at 1 game apiece.
Timo did really, really well there to snuff out the danger. Beautiful backhand down the line to close that game out.
And the whole of the Team Mays bench was up, and they know that he's in a battle at the moment. You look at the rankings, you wouldn't think it'd happen, but as you say, Gavin, if Drinkhall goes for broke and it comes off, it can be spectacular. 11-6.
That just shows again though what he really is capable of. You know, in my opinion, Drinkhall with a bit more training, a bit more drive in the next few months, I'm sure he can creep up into the top 20 in the world.
He's off to, as am I right in saying, off to Australia with you after this tournament?
Yeah, we fly out there directly after this, the third round of matches tomorrow.
Batting the fly away again, and we're underway with what, 11.5 minutes on the clock. Great spin. Great shot from Boll, forcing the error from Drinkhall.
Let's 1-all.
Great exchange. This is what we like to see, particularly in the men's game, when they're just leathering it from a couple of metres away from the table. You know somebody's going to blink at some stage. Can't quite find the range on that backhand.
It's so tough to hit backhands there from deep. I think it's much better if you're on the Drinkhall camp to hope that he pivots there and gets round.
3-2.
Bear in mind the timeout's already gone for Drinkhall and Team Rossi. Just inside the body.
You see that ball again, just jumping up a little bit off the table. An unpredictable bounce, but sometimes, obviously, I played Timo Boll a couple of weeks ago, and the difference between him and some of the other guys in the top 10, it's that height over the net sometimes. It's, you know, one metre at least over the net, and it still kicks down on.
How'd it go?
Thumped, 4-0.
Sorry, I had to ask. No disgrace in that though, given just the class act that Timo Boll is.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to play against him, and it's just amazing that the high level that he can keep just match after match throughout a season.
It's not firing for Drinkhall, is it, at the moment? Looking a bit frustrated, but he's got to keep doing what he's doing, because although Boll starting to adjust to it, it's his only real opportunity. Takes the net again. And this is what we're saying about just trying to find your range. He's just gone a bit for Drinkhall at the moment.
He's not able to keep the points short enough, but that's credit here to the German.
7-3.
Short serve, catching Drinkhall out.
3-7.
Need something special here from the Englishman to take the game.
But he's not able now to
3-8.
shorten the points down. Every point now is going beyond 7 shots.
It's a third air shot from Drinkhall off the top of the racket.
Let 3-8. Let 3-8.
Oh yes.
8-4.
Well, that was brilliant from Boll, but even better from Drinkhall.
Such easy power on the ball. Look at that. When he's moving well, he creates some unbelievable angles.
The Boll did want to get back the first time, but came back at an angle with interest from Drinkhall and gives the Englishman a bit of hope here in his third game.
8-4.
That was a fabulous shot as well, under pressure from Drinkhall. It's a measure of how good a player Boll is that he got that near the table.
Against most players there, that little backhand flick out would have been a clean winner. And it's just the way he's able to contort his body, keep his racket high, get his racket on it, and also put it back on the table.
5-10.
So a chance to edge into the lead in this match. Saves the first game point. Bit of work to do here though for Drinkhall. It's just gone long. Did his best, but it's a finely tuned machine, finely tuned German machine, like a Mercedes or a BMW. He's purring now down that autobahn.
Super, really early to the ball, as you can see there. It's just feet don't move that much, so it's a lovely solid base, racket nice and high, watching where his opponent is and playing then accordingly.
Having said that, there's less than 5 minutes on the clock. There's every possibility that Drinkhall, if he gets a good start, could just nick it. I mean, we've said that before last night. It didn't quite happen for him against Carlsen, but you never know.
Yeah, and Drinkhall was out the blocks like a greyhound in that first set and a half, so he needs to find that again now. A few longer serves, run round, hit a few big forehands, get the crowd involved.
Love 1.
Not happy at all with that shot, was he?
Yeah, it's a shot that he makes in practice without thinking about it. And just a little bit tougher when you're out there on the match table.
Let love 1. Let love 1.
Second time he's had 2 net cords in a row. On service. Worth the wait, as far as Drinkhall is concerned.
That's brave to be pinging backhands after you've messed up the previous point, so that's it.
This is when the players, and we know because we spoke to them yesterday, will start looking at the clock and putting that as a factor in what they're playing.
1-3.
Little smile from both those players, they enjoyed that.
I think he feels that he has to go for that shot. I just feel he's just a bit too far back. You know, you can maybe make 1 or 2 of those, but to hit 3 or 4 in a row, high risk.
2-3.
But when you get a few dead nets to follow up, you're not so concerned.
Fabulous shot from Boll. Drinkhall was there and lined up, it just came to him a bit quick.
The shots that the German can see so early. He's watching your hand position, he's watching the angle that you deliver the racket, and he's reacting to that. Watch the little subtle changes here as he delivers a serve.
5-2.
Still time for something to happen here, but not a lot. We're still buzzing around. Well, great recovery from Boll, because Drinkhall played a couple of great shots there. Just over the minute. It's a bit of a tall order for poor Drinkhall, but you never know.
That's it, big shout across to his bench. Appreciation there from Jorg and Dimitri.
Well, how did he win that point? With the net cord, he managed to get a decent shot back again. And surely that wraps it up.
Again, it's so unpredictable, the bounce of that ball, but that's just the skill of the Timo Boll forehand.
8-3.
Well, feel for poor Drinkhall. 2 matches, 1 game on the scoreboard, but he's in both those games played really well. He's a joy to watch. There's really been a time like called with 1 second left. I don't think so. I'm sure that's what the referee just said.
Let's have a point for the crowd now. Hopefully Drinkhall's going to do that. Just drift away from the table. Or not.
Well, fairly comprehensive in the end. Little smile from Timo Boll, not looking quite so cheerful. There's poor Drinkhall, who loses that one by 3 games to 1. But he was given a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? A bit of a shock to begin with. Timo Boll, some great play from Drinkhall, who's just not had the rub of the green so far.
Yeah, a super match from both players, and Timo Boll will know that he has to give full credit to Drinkhall the way he started that game. He managed to get up to speed, did the German, and you can see.
Yeah, absolutely, 3-1, but he had to come back to do that. And here are the statistics, and as you can see, the serve looking to underpin Boll's victory there.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but it's giving 19 unforced errors to Timo Boll. I think I don't remember any more than 3 or 4 unforced errors. It was clean winners from Paul Drinkhall. However, that's what we've got down in front of us.
And some great play. The crowd, a little murmur of approval when they heard Timo Boll had been chosen, and well, we all thought, Drinkhall, that will make an interesting match, and it was entertaining.
And I think that was a clever selection from Jorg Roskopf to put the Englishman in there.
It was very much on the back foot, but some of the shots from deep in the court were absolutely miraculous from Drinkhall, and you hope he'll take the positives from it. But you know, he is a master, this man. and he certainly started to turn the screw towards the end, and Paul Drinkhall was left feeding on scraps and with the odd rueful smile, and it is Boll who takes the points and the victory.